Welcome back to the channel, guys. Rough day, or day after the game. This is going to sound really, really pessimistic, but I kind of expected it to happen. I'm in a chat group with a few of my cousins who are all Arsenal supporters, and it got to the point where I was just laughing because no matter what we did, we just could not get the ball in the back of that net. Whether we're talking Eze hitting the post or Gabriel hitting the post late on as well, the one-on-one chance with Havertz, it was diabolical, if I'm honest. But I want to go through a few things that I kind of wrote down to go through, because remembering everything off the top of my head, especially when it's such an emotional game, it can be difficult. Excuse my microphone. It's the only one I've got at the moment. I am going to invest in some better stuff, I promise. But this stuff takes time. So a couple of things I want to, well, some of the key takeaways from today's game, or yesterday's game against Man City, was we weren't blown away. We didn't get pushed over. We competed for long periods of the game and had a lot of chances, just like Man City. One thing I will say is that we're lacking that killer instinct. I feel like maybe we've spent too much of this season playing a reserve style of football where we are passing back and holding the ball and kind of delaying attacking and almost trying to walk the ball into the net sometimes instead of taking those shots, which is why we get so pumped up when, say, Eze sinks one from outside the box or Odegaard, and it blows your mind because you're like, wow, can't believe that happened. We're not used to that kind of quality being played week in, week out, like some of the other teams. So we didn't collapse under the pressure, even though we knew it was a highly pressurized game. We lost it by a fine margin. I mean, it was comical, really. Everywhere the ball could land that was going to cause us issues, it did. Their goal that they got, the second goal, was a defensive error. Donnarumma played the ball really quickly, and we were kind of just, I won't say relaxed, but just not paying attention, and that's where that second goal came from. I'm not going to kick and scream and say that we bottled it and that the season's over and we are not going to be able to come back from this. I will say it's going to be difficult. Pressure is a luxury of the game. It's a blessing, really, because if you've got pressure on you, it means you're doing something right. So I think having pressure there is good. It's late in the season now. Do I think Man City can go on and win every single one of their games? No, I don't. I think that City have the ability to be unbelievable, and Pep Guardiola is the best manager I have ever seen in my entire history of being on this earth, which has been for a little while now. But we've got a few things going in our favour. One is that our fixtures are more favourable than City's, sorry. However, that being said, I will say caveat here. I'm more terrified of the lower league teams than I am of the big six, whatever they might be. It's hard to tell nowadays, since Tottenham's not a big club anymore. Chelsea, I don't really see them as much of a threat anymore. It's realistically Man United, Liverpool, and City. But it's the lower level clubs that scare the shit out of me. I remember even when we played Ipswich last season, it just terrified me. Wolves, case in point, Brentford, Burnley, all of the teams that don't, I guess, have a high standing within the EPL, and you would consider not one of the bigger clubs, they scare me. Now, there's 5 games to go. We saw Rodri go off last night with what looked like a groin injury. He played like a demon, and I think if that's an injury and he misses the next game or a couple of games, then I think City will drop points. I still don't think City's going to win all 5 games. I think the pressure and the mentality of them having to focus so hard for so long is going to cause them a hiccup. Are they in amazing form right now? Absolutely. Is Arsenal? No. I think we've got 1 win out of our last... no wins out of our last four league games. But I guess some key takeaways are we didn't get blown away. We showed that we can go head to head with them. Where you got to remember the mentality of us coming off the defeat of the Carabao Cup as well. If we can fix our finishing, we'll be good. I still think we're going to win the title. So 4 losses in the last 6 games in its entirety. We're definitely looking shaky. I think not having Timber in the back is really affecting us. But let's talk bottom line now. It's 50-50 as far as I'm concerned. We will need to have the tactical finesse to be able to finish the season strong. And I don't think we need to hope that City will drop points, because I don't think they're going to go on an unbeaten streak. Is it possible? Absolutely. I could get hit by a car tomorrow. That's possible. But I think it's unlikely for them, especially against Everton, who's coming up. But in saying that, I've been wrong many times. So we've got pressure, but control's not gone yet. We are still top of the league. We can only control the things that we can control. If we win our next 5 games, City can't catch us. If we win our next, put it this way, from the calculations I've done, if we win 4 and draw 1, we've won the league. I think anything less than that, it's going to be difficult, and that's assuming City go on an amazing unbeaten form. But I'm confident we're going to win the league. The last time Arsenal won the league, I was 16 years old, 2004. Says to you how old I am now, but 2004, and it was the highlight of my, I guess, football experience. Arsenal won the league. My background is Greek, and Greece won the Euro. So I was on cloud 9, and I remember getting FIFA 2005 or 2006, whatever it was, and seeing that Greece had like 4 stars out of 5. a complete and utter false statement now. I think we're rubbish, the Greek national team anyway. But a bit of context there for you. So like, I've been there when we've won titles. I've been up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Some of my favourite memories of being up at like 3 o'clock in the morning with my dad in the lounge room. Back then he used to smoke in the lounge room, but and just hearing him yell at the TV and calling the players on the opposite team all kinds of obscenities. But I'm craving that as a father as well. I would love to sit down with my son and have the confidence that Arsenal's going to win. He's only 6 and he's still got all this hope and optimism in his eyes that he's going to end up being, that we're going to end up winning the league and things like that. And even now he plays FC 26 and he's pretty good for a 6-year-old, I'll be honest with you. He's beaten me a couple of times, but he knows all the players off by heart. And it's a beautiful thing. And I want to share the same memories I had with my father, with my son. So what I'm going to say in closing is the league's not done. We will come back and we are going to win the league. And I don't care who wants to record this and play it back, but I'm telling you now, Arsenal will win the league. We have lots to fight for, and the depth of our passion behind wanting this so bad is what's going to get us over the line. Man City, as far as I'm concerned, they're there. Of course they are. But Arsenal will win the league, and you can take that to the bank. I truly believe we will be Premier League champions this year, and that's it really. Don't lose heart, don't lose faith. I know it's hard, but for a lot of you other Gunners younger than me, I've been doing this far longer than you. And I can tell you now, it's never gotten easier. And it hurts every time we don't win. And it hurts every time we come second or finish 8th. But I can tell you now, I can feel it in my bones that this is our year and it's going to be amazing. So that's it from me. I'll check in before the next game. I've been a bit slack, unfortunately. I've been a bit ill, but I'll check in before the next game and we'll go through what it might look like. But look, let me know if you guys like the content. I'm just doing this really because I love talking about football. I love talking about Arsenal. And I'm trying to give some hope to people that may not be very hopeful at the moment, because I've seen so many people, as soon as we lose a game or as soon as something doesn't go our way, kick the can. And look, I'm not going to sit there and say I've never done that. Of course, I've been out in the dumps, down in the dumps, and there was a stage where I was Wenger out. But to be honest with you, I think we're going to be all right. And in the words of that that reel going around with Eze walking on the Arsenal pitch, and Ian Wright introducing him to the club, sometimes you've got to let it all work out. And that's it. That's it from me. God bless you all. Stay safe.